Did you see the preview of next week's episode of Fate Kaleid? Bazette's gonna be going in. Kinda hyped for that. I really am, because now seeing that we're gonna be getting a little bit more action and also getting to see like some stuff that's going to be progressing a little bit faster, because judging by the ending of this episode, which was like, whoa, the change of pace and the change of atmosphere at the end was definitely completely different from what we have seen from half of this season already. Like, let's go into this, okay? The first half of the episode, I'm going to be real here, it was slice-of-life comedy, some of the stuff we've been seeing for the past couple episodes, and there was obviously some setups and foreshadowing for the future. I could tell there were some things that were being set up through the first part of the episode, but mainly it was just comedy, just to be there to have some fun and enjoy, like, you know, a summertime episode. A lot of fan service, a lot of plot, and that's kind of what it was. And also the boobs that expanded from water. Holy fuck, like, I didn't know boobs could do that. Did you know that breasts expand when you put a water hose between them and you have water going? Did you know that their breasts expand? Because I learned something new when I was watching this episode of Fate Kaleid. Like, holy hell. It's just like, now we figured out how characters that have small boobs, how they can enlarge them. They just need to put a water hose between them and then it swells up. Seems logical. So, this episode of Fate Kaleid. The second half is what I really want to focus this video on, because the first half, like I already said, it was just fan service along with some slight setup and foreshadowing, but nothing too much and too crucial to really talk about. So let's talk about the second half. So the second half, it lets us know that there's some form of issues going on with the Mage Association. For instance, there's some form of politics or something going on where there's a power imbalance, because Kritsugu right now, as we found out a while back, he is kind of made it to where the Holy Grail War cannot happen, and that's kind of what resulted in Kuro being born, and what has happened with Kuro and Illya. But we do know that Kritsugu is still going out of his way to try to stop the Holy Grail War. He's still working on it 10 plus years later. And so for this to be happening, it shows you that something is going on in the Mage Association to where Kritsugu is still having to work on this to where it doesn't come to pass where another Holy Grail War starts back up again. And so we kind of find out that there's different parties fighting over if there should be another one or if there should not be another one, and which leads into the main core discussion. Where do these cards come from? Are they really related to the Holy Grail War? Which, let's be real here, yes they are. It's fucking obvious. I mean, it's Fate. It's Type Moon series, it's Fate. And we do know about different dimensions, different stuff like that. And so, these cards are obviously connected to the Holy Grail. We don't know exactly how, but they are connected. And so we have to wonder, what are these cards really to do? Are they to summon the Holy Grail? Is that what these cards are going to be used for? To summon the Holy Grail and then start the Holy Grail War up again in a different way? Because, I mean, for this type of dialogue at the end of the episode to come up, it really just opens my eyes up, because when I think about Fate Kaleid, I think of magic girls, like magical girls and stuff like that. That's usually what I think about. But when I hear talk of, like, a Holy Grail War, hearing Kritsugu, you know, he's trying to stop it, and all these different other themes that I've known from other Fate series popping up, it just makes you open and snap your eyes into reality, and you're like, holy shit, this series is about to get very dark and very serious, because the Holy Grail War is actually still around and it is in this universe. I mean, I know it's been mentioned before in the past and previous seasons, but I mean, just to hear it once again being brought up, and how Kuro, Illya, and Miyu are connected in some way with these cards, it makes you wonder, like, where is it going to go? Are we going to get to see, like, a reenactment of a Holy Grail War, but in a different way with magical girls? Because that would be cool. That would really be cool. And so that's kind of what the ending part of this episode is doing. It was just setting up for whatever is to come this later half of the season. And I just gotta ask a quick question to you fellow Chibits that are watching this series. I haven't really asked this because I don't know why I haven't, but I should probably ask. I think we all know by now that half of Fate Kaleid this season, Season 3, has been on the relative slow side. It has. I mean, I don't think any of us can really deny that, because it has been rather slow, but I guess it necessarily hasn't been really boring. It actually has been enjoyable in many parts of the season, but in terms of living up to the hype it had in the ending of last season, it's kind of been on the slow burning start. And so, I'm going to ask, are you Chibits happy that we're finally getting into some serious stuff next week? But also, how do you feel about how it took like half a season just to get into this type of stuff for next week. I'm just curious how you all feel about that. I mean, I have been told that a lot of these episodes are filler, anime original. I have been told this, and so I can understand that. And for them to add in, you know, anime original filler and stuff for this season, it makes me assume that we're going to have another season eventually get animated, which I am looking forward to, but it makes me question, like, was it really worth all this filler for half of the season just to get maybe 5 episodes of actual core content, and that's pretty much it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm actually curious about what you all think about that. But yeah, episode of Fate Kaleid, I feel like we can all agree that next week's episode is going to be fucking epic. We cannot wait to see what Bizet's going to do. I'm interested to find out more about Miyu, Illya, Kuro, and their connection to these cards. And I wonder if Kuritsugu is ever going to be shown in this damn series. I want to see my boy Kuritsugu. I really do. I really want to see him pop up. Even if it is anime original, I want to see my boy Kuritsugu just pop up in this series and be a motherfucking badass. That's what I want to see. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.